Welcome to Module 2 in the Introduction to Selling on Amazon. You know, Amazon has completely revolutionized the online business. Today, selling on Amazon is probably the best opportunity that I've seen in the last 100 years of business. Because in the old days of selling, you would need a lot of capital. You would have to come in with a tremendous amount of capital, which you still may need on the Amazon business, but then you would have to actually go out and spend a tremendous amount of money on marketing or on a location or on building a whole website, attracting the eyeballs to your product. The beauty about selling on Amazon is you can eliminate about half of those requirements for starting a business, because Amazon is the third largest search engine in the world. Only Google and YouTube have more search volume than Amazon. So by taking advantage of all these eyeballs that are already coming to Amazon, you've got the traffic, the audience, the people who are eager to potentially buy your product already baked in. So it makes it much easier to actually start your business on Amazon. Plus Amazon, because they're doing the FBA model, which stands for Fulfilled by Amazon, where you can actually ship your products to their warehouses, and when a customer orders it, they deliver it within a few hours or a day or 2 days, or in some cases it may take a little bit longer. They deliver it all for you. It allows you to scale really rapidly without building an entire infrastructure out. You know, a lot of people are doing this business from their home. I work from my home. I do millions of dollars on Amazon, and I have a home office. I don't have employees. I don't have anything. A lot of people are traveling the world and doing this business. Other people, they do have warehouses. They do have lots of employees. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Some people are trying to build a $100 million company by selling on Amazon. Me, that's not my goal. My goal is to generate enough cash and to generate enough money so that I can live the lifestyle that I want to live. I'm happy with a $5, $10, $20 million business, which is fairly easy to do and to scale by using the FBA system of selling on Amazon. It's a great way, and you're going to be learning exactly how to do that in this course. Amazon is a marketplace, and because they're not really a website, they're actually a marketplace. And there's a couple different ways people sell on Amazon. One way is that Amazon actually buys from you. It's called the vendor program. Amazon will actually look at your product and they'll decide whether they want to carry it or not. And they'll decide, okay, we want to buy this, and here's an order for 1,000 of them. You ship 1,000 units to them, and then they will pay you in 30 or 60 days. The other way is the third-party marketplace, which makes up more than 50% of all the sales that Amazon makes today, is from third-party sellers, which use the FBA model, which is what we're going to be learning in this course. The FBA model is you decide what you're going to sell. You don't have to get Amazon's permission if you want to sell something. You decide what you're going to sell by using what we're going to teach you in the course and how to pick products. And you then decide how many of those you're going to order. You ship them into Amazon, and then Amazon sells them for you and ships them for you. It's a great thing. And so it's a wonderful thing that can scale really rapidly, really fast. And so I'm going to teach you in this course. You're going to learn how to get in front of the customers in the Amazon marketplace and capture their money. I'm going to show you. It's almost like it's a highway. Picture one of these highways in California that's like 7 lanes, and there's all these cars driving by on a busy Friday afternoon during rush hour, and they're all going like 40 miles an hour, and they have a destination in mind. They're on their way to a place. What if you were just standing on the side of the road with a credit card reader sitting out, and occasionally, every once in a while, one of these guys rolled down their window and swiped their credit card, and you gave them some? It's almost the same thing as selling on Amazon. It's a beautiful thing. Over 100 million people in the United States have a Prime membership. Amazon sales have doubled over the last 2 years, and it's continuing to rise. It's amazing, the growth. And it's not just the United States. They're growing in Europe. They're growing in all these other marketplaces. So once you figure out your goals or why you're doing this business, are you doing this because you need to make a little extra money to pay off some bills? Are you doing this because you just want to make some side money on to take a nice vacation? Or is this what you want to do and actually to have freedom in your life, to be able to travel, to be able to be your own boss, to be able to do your own thing? You got to figure out what your intention is in this business, and that's going to set your expectations and to decide what type of products and what kind of things that you can sell. And then as far as the actual products that you want to sell, you don't need to have an idea right now what it is. Maybe you already have an idea in your head, like, you know what, I want to sell things for cats, and that may be great. Or maybe you want to sell things for babies or whatever it may be. That's okay. But I'm going to show you how to find opportunities on Amazon. And one of the biggest problems a lot of people have when selling on Amazon is they get too tied into a particular product. They get too emotionally tied. They develop something or they create a product and they think their product is the best. Selling on Amazon is all about data. It's all about analyzing data and knowing how to do marketing. Those are the two crucial fundamental things about selling on Amazon. And there's lots of really great third-party tools like Helium 10. You can get to know these tools inside and out through this course. It's the market leader actually out there in the tools, the third-party tools. And you're going to see how you can actually take the data of what's selling on Amazon, figure out where the opportunities are, figure out where you can go in and compete and have a good chance of winning. And we're going to be showing you all that through the course. Now, one of the things that you got to understand is there's a difference between generating cash and difference between generating profits. You'll see a lot of times, these people that I'll be trying to sell you a course on a YouTube video or some sort of $1,000 or $5,000 course, and they'll show screenshots of like their students. And they'll say, look at my student Johnny here. The first 3 months, look at his sales are already $100,000. And they'll show some screenshot. You got to remember, sometimes these screenshots can be manipulated. But what they don't tell you a lot of times is Johnny, who has $100,000 in sales, actually his bank account is negative $20,000. Because in Johnny's bank account, what they don't take into fact is Amazon shows the sales as full price sales, even though he had to do heavy discounts or heavy promotions that actually to change those sales. So he's actually negative cash flow. And so one of the big things that a lot of people make a mistake on in this business is not paying attention to the cash flow. Maybe you're not a good numbers person, or maybe keeping your checkbook or your financials is not your cup of tea. But I'm going to show you some really easy ways that's going to make it easy for you to do that. Or maybe you need to partner with someone or get someone on your team that can help you with that. But about 95% of all the people who start to sell on Amazon fail. I mean, I see it over and over. They take a course, they do something, they say Amazon's too saturated. I should have done this 3 years ago. They say, what's the next big silver bullet? What's the next thing, the hot new thing? I should be doing drop shipping or Shopify or something else. I disagree. Selling on Amazon right now is the best opportunity out there, period, hands down. There's no question about it. Is it more difficult than it was a few years ago? Yes. Is it more of a real business than it was a few years ago? Yes. But the tools are way better. The opportunity is way better and just continues to keep growing. So I'm going to be showing you the difference between just generating some cash to actually building a business, a true business. And one of the beautiful things about this you're going to see throughout the course, and one of the last modules in the course talks about this in detail, is a lot of the money that you're going to make in this business is not made when you're actually selling. It's made when you actually sell your business. And so if you come in from day one, you saw in module 1, I told you I'm in the process of building a business right now that we're shooting for $20 million in sales by the third year. And the whole idea from day one of this business, we've got everything set up, is to sell that business to a bigger and better company that'll come in and buy that from us. And there's no better opportunity out there. And that's where the big payday is going to be coming in. I'm going to only be taking a small salary every month for the next 3 years out of that business, keeping everything in there, rolling it back so that in 3 years from now, I'm going to have a 7 or 8 figure payday. And that's what I want you to be thinking about in this business, because there's over $1 billion out there in investment funds right now. There's 8 major brokers. There's all these different places that are looking to buy Amazon businesses, because Wall Street and these financial people, they understand that there's no better place on earth to compound money than in the Amazon businesses right now. You can grow faster and ride the backs of Amazon and their billions and billions of dollars of investment more than you can on any other marketplace, more than Etsy, more than eBay, more than Shopify, more than BigCommerce, more than any of these other little things that you see on your Facebook feed of here's another way to make money. Amazon is still the best way. And the beautiful thing is you can operate this from anywhere in the world. Like I said, I run it from my house. As long as I got computer access, I'm good. Amazon deals with the customer service for the most part. I mean, you do get some emails where you might have to answer, but if there's a return or a problem, Amazon handles a lot of that stuff for you. They handle all the shipments, all the payments, all that kind of stuff. And the beautiful thing about it is this course is all about Amazon.com, the US marketplace. Now, but maybe you're saying, I want to sell in Europe or in Japan or Australia or one of the other marketplaces that's opening up. The beautiful thing is once you master one, it's very similar in the others. So there's a few small changes, but once you master one, you can expand. A lot of people say, Kevin, are you selling on Walmart? Are you selling on all these other places? And yes, I do sell on Walmart and Zulily and Touch of Modern and a few other places, but those are such a small portion of my business that it's much better off, in my opinion, rather than to expand in those marketplaces. The next thing I did after the US is I expanded to Canada. and Canada added 5% to my sales overnight. I'm in the process of expanding to Europe right now. That could probably double my sales. So the beauty about this is you've mastered one, there's all these other marketplaces you can go out after. And you don't have to build, the beautiful thing about Amazon is people trust Amazon. They trust that it's going to get there in a day or 2 days. They know that it's going to, the product's going to be delivered, versus if they come to your Shopify site, they don't know you from Adam. They don't know if they're going to get this product in a week or 2 weeks or ever. Versus Amazon, they trust it. And a lot of people, when buying on Amazon, they don't actually care about the brands. I mean, you're going to see later about 75% of the people that are buying on Amazon, 75 to 80%, don't care about the brands. So as a small brand, you can compete against the biggest players out there. You can compete against the Nikes, the Adidas, the Cuisinarts, all the top brands fairly easily on Amazon. And so Amazon right now is in about 12 different marketplaces. You have the main one is the United States. It's the biggest one by far. The European marketplace is the next biggest one. There's like 5 different major countries, Spain, France, Italy, Germany, and the UK. Germany and the UK are the 2 biggest. So that's like one big marketplace in itself. Then you have Japan, you have Australia, you have India. India is a closed market. You have to be an Indian citizen to actually be selling in India. So don't worry about that one right now. But Japan is big. Australia is small right now, but it's coming up. You have Canada, you have Mexico, which are both a little bit smaller. You also have Amazon selling in Brazil right now. It's not full-blown FBA, but they're selling in Brazil. They're also in Turkey. They're opening up in Israel. They recently bought Souk in the Middle East, and they're going to be expanding in the Middle East. So the opportunities are just growing by the day. So like I said, once you've mastered this U.S. marketplace, it's easy for you to expand out into these other marketplaces. It's a really, really great opportunity. I mean, just in last year alone, there's about 6 million accounts selling third-party on Amazon. There are about 6 million accounts selling third-party on Amazon. About 2.5 million of those accounts are actually active. So there's about 3.5 million people that have accounts that there's a lot of gamemanship and a lot of stuff we'll talk about later in the course that's going on with some of those. But there are people that have, like I said, 95% of the people that start this business fail because they come into this and they don't think about it as a true business. They don't manage their cash flow right. They run out of money too easy. They don't do it properly. They're not taught the right way to find products that you're going to be taught in this course. And so there's about 2.5 million active accounts right now. But the beautiful thing is, as of last year, and this is changing every single year, it's going up and up and up every year, by about 20 to 30%, 200,000 sellers worldwide sold more than $100,000 on Amazon last year. It's crazy. 200,000 sellers sold more than $100,000 on Amazon. But the beautiful thing is, look at the number that sold over $1 million, 7 figures on Amazon. Over 24,000 people and companies across the world sold more than $1 million. Some of those guys sold $500 million or more, but over 24,000 of them. I have an event for high-level sellers that I do twice a year. And at this event, I have sellers that are doing, the average of the last one was $6.5 million. And about 60, 70 guys in the room all doing that. And they're there sharing stories and sharing tactics and everything of how to actually take their business to the next level. It truly exists. There's a lot of people that are crushing it. And I want to show you the tactics and the methods that I use and my friends use to crush it in this business. I mean, the thing about Amazon is, the beautiful thing is that Amazon will tell you. I mean, the data is right there in front of you. If you know how to use the data analysis, you don't have to guess. You don't have to think, hey, I'm going to come up with a new product. Let me see if it will sell. You can use the Amazon data and these third-party tools like Helium 10 that will show you exactly where the margins are, exactly how much potential money you can make, where the opportunities are. It's crazy what you can do. And these tools have become so sophisticated. When I first started, there was hardly any of this stuff. It was more of a guessing game. Fortunately, back then, it wasn't quite as competitive. But now, still, a lot of people don't know how to use these tools. You're going to have that advantage because you're here in the Freedom Ticket and you have Helium 10 software. So you already, right now, are at the top. You already are have the best chance because you have the Freedom Ticket and Helium 10 software. So you've made a smart decision already coming in and doing this. You don't, like I said, you don't need an idea of what you're going to sell. I'm going to show you how to simply use the tools and the data that's provided by Amazon and figure out what works and what's not going to work and where the best opportunities are. There's never been a better money-making opportunity than selling on Amazon. Now, the thing about Amazon is it's a product-based business. So it is capital intensive. So it does take money to make money in this business, unfortunately. And so we'll get into that. How much money do you need? How much should you start with? How can you grow? Where can you get money? We're going to talk about all that in the course. But I can tell you that this business can make your money so fast it makes bankers freak. When I first went in a few years ago to my banker and I said, "Hey, I'm looking for a loan. I need to buy some additional inventory." They said, "Okay, show me your financial statements." I showed it to them. They're like, "This doesn't make sense. You went from 0 sales to over $1 million in sales in less than a year. That doesn't happen. And you're working out of your house? I don't understand this." It baffles their mind. The average person out there, they don't understand that over half of the sales that are being made on Amazon are coming from people like me. They think that they're buying from Amazon. If you had to ask, if you did a Jay Leno or one of these night talk show things, man on the street, and you ask the people, like, where do the products come from when you buy from Amazon? They know Amazon's sending it. But what they don't realize is over half the sales are from people like me and you. And that's where the beautiful opportunity is in this, is that you can make a tremendous amount of money by doing that. And I just want you to remember one important thing. Don't always chase the money. A lot of people they're chasing money and they see dollar signs and it becomes a competitive thing. Or their buddy over here is doing $5 million. Why are they only doing 500,000? It's not about how much at the end of the day that you make. It's about how much you take. And so, you've got to be really smart about this, because I know there's a lot of people that have done YouTube videos or other courses. They're selling 7 figures, but some of these guys don't have 2 nickels to rub together. They don't. You might look at them and go, that guy's really successful. Yeah, he was successful at selling something, but he's not successful at managing the business and actually making money. So don't ever get those mixed up. That's a very, very important factor in selling on Amazon. So in conclusion here, I just want to say that this is like the best opportunity that there's ever been. It's only getting better, and you're in the right place in the right time. And there's never been a better time to sell on Amazon than right now. So I'm looking forward to being able to teach you a little bit more, and I'll see you in the next module.